Hi, Mary here at Mary's Heirloom Seeds, and welcome to our third and final challenge. This is our Pollinator Garden Challenge for 2020. Now, with our Pollinator Garden Challenge, there is no prize, except that if you are joining this challenge and you're also joining the other challenges, you might actually have a leg up on some people that are not joining our Pollinator Garden Challenge. And we'll explain why in a little bit. Pollinators are mostly insects, but also include mammals, and they are responsible for pollinating plants, not just food plants, but also natural wild plants that you see on the side of the road, you see all over forests and things like that. They aren't just bees. In fact, I have a statistic here, and I had to put it down because there is so much information about pollinators that I can't even remember all of it. So honeybees often come to mind first when people think about pollinators. However, there are many different pollinators, animals that include bats and even lemurs. We talked about that when we taught the school kids when we did the pollinator seed balls at one of the local elementary schools here that I volunteer at. They were so excited. They also include ladybugs and all sorts. Some birds and bats are pollinators. There are an estimated 300,000 species of flowering plants worldwide that require animal pollination. So there are so many amazing varieties of flowers, trees, plants that require pollinators, and it's not just the awesome zucchini we have in our garden. But pollination can become an issue if you are a backyard gardener or a farmer or urban homesteader that you eat from your garden, and if you don't have pollinators attracted to your garden, then you might not have the best crop for 2020. Not every species of plant requires pollinators. For example, we mentioned in our corn video that corn is actually wind pollinated. So while it doesn't require pollinators, it is pretty cool to see the bees flying all around inside of our corn, which is pretty neat. There is evidence that we have a worldwide pollinator decline for many reasons. Number one is the broad use of pesticides and herbicides. Those can severely harm, they can kill, and they can disrupt pollinators in gardens and in forests and just in nature in general. So that is number one why we don't use anything in our gardens. But also there are human activities that we do, removing their pollinator, their habitats. There's also diseases of pollinators that can add to the decline of our pollinators. So we want to encourage you to plant a pollinator garden, and here's how. At Mary's Heirloom Seeds, we always include a free seed with every single order. A free seed pack with every order. It's just something we like to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to offer the Pollinator Garden Challenge starts January 1, 2020, and it is also going to end September 30th, 2020. But we have a special discount code. This is a promo code just for our Pollinator Garden Challenge. And get this, the code is Pollinator. You're going to enter that at checkout at marysheirloomseeds.com, and it's going to take 10% off all of the seeds listed under flowers with the order minimum of $15. So this code can be used as often as you'd like from now through March 31st of 2020. Now, if you want to do a pollinator garden, it could be as simple as throwing out a free pack of seeds. I have our butterfly garden mix. This is going to be a free seed pack for the entire month of January. We're going to start it today when we're going to post our video, and through the entire month of January, through January 31st, we're going to include a free pack of butterfly garden mix seeds. The label says it's 100 seeds, but there's definitely more than 100 seeds in here. and it's a really good mix of different varieties that are really good to encourage pollinators in your garden. Studies show that when you increase pollinator activity in your garden, you can increase your crop production. Having a hard time talking today, and I'm not editing this video. So if you're going to join our challenge, if you're going to join our Mary's Heirloom Tomato Garden Challenge or our Pepper Garden Challenge, and you want to maybe increase the pollinator activity in your garden to hopefully increase your crop yields, and maybe give you a little boost in your crops to help maybe get you to win, plant more for pollinators. Now these can include herbs, flowers. There are a lot of different pollinator friendly seeds available. Increasing your pollinator activity is going to not only help you, but it also might help your neighbors' crops if they have a garden as well. And most importantly is working with nature to help the pollinators. So that's going to mean not using pesticides and herbicides in your garden that might harm the pollinators, because you don't want to deter them from coming into your garden. But also, I mentioned in the first 2 challenge videos about companion plants. So companion plants include this beauty right here. This is borage, and we plant borage all over the garden. The bees love borage. So do the butterflies. I see these all over the garden. And in my greenhouse, I see bees all over the place. And even during my videos, I'm hearing them buzzing around on the borage. So that's a really good one to add to your garden. And it's a companion plant. So we mentioned in our videos about companion planting. I will include a link down below for our companion planting that might give you a little heads up as well. Marigolds, nasturtiums, all of those are fantastic to plant in your garden. So if you'd like to join us for Mary's Pollinator Garden Challenge for 2020, it's really, really simple. Plant for the pollinators. That's it. If you've got any questions, please send an email to mary@marysheirloomseeds.com. We would love to see pictures. If you already have a pollinator garden, you can definitely send us an email with pictures. We will be posting throughout this time for the Pollinator Garden Challenge. We're going to be posting some of those on our Facebook page. So, you never know. You might be featured in one of our posts. I'm Mary, signing off, and definitely check us out on different videos we have on YouTube. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff, and plant for the pollinators for 2020, and let's see what we can do.